Alrighty, hey guys, how you doing? So this video is in regards to answering these questions by this person. How are you able to do that? Quite a lot of market experience. You could literally play ping pong trading. Yes, it's because he's the GOAT. Yes, most of the time use 30 if it's being volatile. If you don't get me wrong, this that doesn't really feel right. She is right. It just it's one of those things I can tell you're waiting only to see what's happening at market opening rather than actually analyzing the charts. That's the vibe I get about it. So that's kind of why I get the icks about it, right? Now, it's always to each their own, but I can't get any realer than this, right? I said I literally called a pump just to dump. Watch this video. If you haven't watched the video before I posted this current one as I'm making this one right now. If you have not watched the video I posted this early morning, again, it's called this, right? Um, then you literally cannot you won't get it straight up. This video does not make and will not make any sense to you, right? Actually, in this trade, I showed my second setup before I took it, and I ended it right after saying that what I want to see it do, and what could be the overall bearish for the whole day. Now I ended it because I had to get ready for my appointment. I was changing, and then literally I just took that sell, just like what I told you guys in that video. So this video was more like a cause of my profits. It's always like the effect, right? So you guys always have to just keep an eye for things, and I'm gonna try to tell you that in this video right now. Again, his question was, how are you able to do that? uh, and he was asking about this. I literally called a pump just so it can dump, right? I predicted today, 100%, 100%. I predicted today's pump and a huge sell-off after opening indicator, after the opening indicator exactly where that I want to see her sell off, right? So I hate to be that guy, guys. I really do. Promise. I don't want credit. I want respect. However, I don't want to be like just one person that everybody's like, oh my god, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. No, 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 no. I hate to be that guy, for real. But it can't get any realer than what. Again, watch this video. Look at the. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It really, man. This is like some psychic shit. All right. I'm psychic with the damn charts at times, but it just can't get any realer than this. Nobody can tell you guys what can actually happen, what should be happening based on the market structure, based off of a real legitimate strategy that actually works in the background behind, what trading is full of just bullshit and manipulation. It's actually the trading space has a lot more manipulation ongoing than actually the investing slash trading scene at New York Stock Exchange and compared to banks. That's a fucking fact by far, okay? So, but say that to anybody in the trading space, they're all gullible. They're the number one retards. I hate to be the guy again, but you reap what you sow. If you act like a dumb fuck, what did you expect? So, I love this comment. Um, okay, so let's load TradingView. I'm pretty sure I still have it saved. Yes, I still have it saved. So obviously, I just finished my buys. I just got out of this trade to the upside. I really took profit way too early. Sure, there's gonna be deserved criticism on that for sure. Don't get me wrong. And I took my sell over here right after I basically had posted that video on YouTube already because I was convinced I was done. But at the same time, as soon as I put on my jeans, I was like, you know what, let's get in this, and then I just immediately wrote it. I actually wanted to see it hold support here and to pump back up, but not to create new highs. I kind of wanted to see this, right? So we're holding here, 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 here. I wanted to see which it did. I wanted to see a reject over here, which it did. Came down, which it did. She was holding here. I wanted to see it come here. I wanted to see it hold back over here for a tap and then a sell off, which, in all honesty, um, she kind of did. I mean, I don't really think I'm wrong in that because she did. If we just do this right, yeah, yeah. See, she did. She came down, came over here, going up, came down over here, pumped up, And then she had the massive sellout. So I mean, in every aspect, I really do consider myself as just straight up 100% right. But that's not what matters here. I want you guys to understand what the support and resistance means, right? So let's just talk about this. What is this? What is this triple box? Resistance. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wanted to hear somebody's voice, and I was like, oh yeah, nobody's here. Then we come back over here. You want to take a trade here? You don't really know what's gonna happen, right? Uh, Based on the market structure and the way I teach and the way I mentor, you can kind of have, you really have a good mentor to actually assume where and what you could be doing given the market structure and how I read the charts personally. One of a one. I'm not joking. I did this on my own. Okay. I've always been the youngest investor in whatever firm or whatever bank I've worked at, and now straight up I'm just retired. So I miss the praise though, man. I would get praise by people 40, 50 years older than me. That's special. That is really special. And people who've been doing this again 40, 30, 40, 50 years compared to me who's just straight up a freshie, fresh blood. Yeah, I mean 10 years is not fresh, but compared to them, yeah, it's fresh for sure. I'm still a rookie, meaning I still have a million things to learn compared to them. But it's always the other way around where they actually learn a lot more than me, and or perhaps they learn a lot more from me, and then I kind of just sit there, acknowledge, with what they've done with their careers, and I always want to. Everything's always a learning experience. You should truly be humble, right? But when we're over here and based on this market structure, you truly want to see it basically come back high. Again, this is very, very situational. But when we're past this, right? And we're doing this and we're doing like this. What do you want to see? You want to see this hold support to push to curl back up, right? So it's not different, guys. You guys just have to look at that. What really made it so special in this case is that I saw right where the blue line is, came down, wicked over there, dropped, right? And I saw that basically we had a double bottom or double top candle over there, double bottom here, wicked over there, wick over there. So wick support, wick down. I should just draw it just so it's easier. So this came down. I mean came up, came down. We broke it, retested support. Came down, rejected, we went up, and then we finally broke it, retested. We actually retested it twice, and then we flushed. So now she came back up. She went down. So it's just monkey see, monkey do. I don't know how many more times to say this. It's truly off of monkey see, monkey do. But you have to learn how to read the charts. Okay, that will always be a lesson, guys. With that being said, man, fuck out of here, bro. How'd I delete this piece of shit? But with that being said, and we can get real specific, just like how I drew this example, that little box, right? I drew that box. I wanted to show you guys that example because even though I put a blue line, it's not that simple. I try to make it that simple. For me, I can kind of, get a rough point. But really, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, you see this wick came down, bounced up. Now ideally, until she basically breaks this blue line, and why I put a blue line there is because these candles right there, it actually should be a little bit lower. It's a little bit lower, right? Because the double bottom still, right? So because again, the top of the box, you look at the wicks, you look at the wicks, you look at the wicks over here, right? You look at the wicks, you look at the wicks, look at the wicks. Look at where all I mean, you could actually say this could be a little bit higher, to be brutally honest. That makes more sense. Yeah, actually that makes a lot more sense. Again, just take a look at it, guys. Take a look. This is perfect support, perfect support, perfect support. Oh, resistance. So crazy enough, how that massive wick. There might have been news though. Probably with one of them bombing from Syria or Iran. Sorry, and notice how that massive wick indicates when you have a wick like that. It's like, okay, you know which way it's gonna go. You know what I mean? It's never gonna be bullish at that with that. I got a text. It's not gonna be bullish with that massive wick showing huge weakness to the upside. Huge weakness to the upside. So yeah, that's one of those trades. If you took a sell, you could have easily wrote it to at least here, 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 right? Just to create new lows or to either test it. Who knows? Who actually knew that we could go all the way down here? That's completely not possible to figure out. What else? What else do I want to say? So, how do I look for reversals? How do I know? I think a better question would be why was I expecting it to be bearish there? Why was I expecting it overall to be a very negative day? Well, first of all, let's think about politically, right? Politically, I just saw this on the news this morning. We're on the 8th, 9th day bombing Iran in a row. Politically, we're fucked. You think about stocks overall, the technology aspect is really suffering, and I feel like technological developments have kind of came to a freeze just because of the lack of AI. I mean, sorry, the lack of chips to pursue AI, right? So you gotta think about that instance, and then you're like, oh shit, okay, and well, NAS 100, for example, should be extremely fucked up. I don't really know. Now, here's the funny part. So you might just be bullish. She might have been real bullish today. Yeah, she basically was. Yeah. But it's actually, this is telling the story itself. If we just go into we just go into one or the weekly time frame, kind of seems like now we're finally I don't look at any of these, so I'm not familiar. There we go. You can easily see that we're on a come down. Not that that matters, not that I take a look at it, not that I take a consider at any of the other different time frames. I always say that. Just a little curiosity kind of got me there, but overall, kind of weird how we're not making new lows. What do I say? What do I say? What do I say? Yeah, I mean, it was just the fact that, for TP, and TP, you should always base your target goal to the next support or resistance. That's straight up, right? Or you want to see a break of market structure. Now, a lot of people, if you don't do either or, you kind of have like the dumbest reason. You kind of just throwing darts for where your TP should be, right? Now, you have to look at the wicks to understand exactly where is resistance, and I mean exactly what is resistance and what exactly is support. I just really think this video should be more focused on what support and resistance looks like. Now, support says that these wicks should be facing down here, showing weakness down here, basically down here, down here, down here, down here, like this wick down here, right? But it should be below this blue line if we were really going to push above this area. But instead, it was saying, we have a. Let me just clear all these drawings just to actually show you guys. But instead, this morning's setup showed that we had a lot of wicks to the upside here. It was actually this wick that was really just guiding me, and those two wicks kind of saying that we might not see a daylight over it. Now, yeah, sure, we got a little over it. I mean, that's like 30 points of a difference, right? Kind of got by me, sure. I took my sell right there. That was a lot lower than what it actually was. Say 70 points below the blue line. But crazy enough, once I got in, she immediately had tanked right here, which is, I'm pretty sure, where I took my profits, to be honest. I didn't try to ride her. because I was just, again, I wanted to see her come back up to test this area before she would dump off. So remember, guys, charts move, and I can just show you guys using today's example. I don't want to create so many examples where you guys are all confused. Came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up. But what do we do? What do we do over here? We literally just dropped like a rock. So what do we want to see do at market opening, right? We want to see it basically drop like a damn rock. That's just stocks. Actually, that's not stocks. That's what US 30 is all about. That's just what makes me love US 30 a million times more than NAS 100. And then, you compare it to stocks, you can't really compare them, first of all, because there's a lot of pumps. There's a lot of dumps. Stocks is truly controlled by uh, politics and manipulations and politicians, right? And basically the decisions of all those makers, right? CEOs, management of the company. So I really suggest watching this video a few times because I couldn't for the life of me break this video down more than what I would want. I could show you guys another example, try to speed it up just so for the sake of kind of having things click, because one example is almost never good enough, right? Now, came down, came up, came down. Okay, we're holding support here. Came up, came down, came up, came down, came up. What do you know? You have 3 taps over here. Now we came down, pump back up, came down, coming back up. We want to see it hold here, but then if you look to the left, you don't have anything here. It's up here, right? If you watch one of my previous recaps from last week, last Wednesdays, I encourage you to watch it, July 15th. You're going to be like, resistance. I actually took a resistance over here. This was a great resistance for the past 2 weeks, almost the whole of July. You look at this over here, look. Right, support, 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 support. Although I would say resistance, you should have been like right, pretty much like right there. So, yeah, kind of one of those things. You just gotta look to the left, always, 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 right? If I just delete the drawings, close enough. All you wanted to see a market opening is to wick this and to drop back up. And ideally, you would want to see it basically come somewhere down here to hold it, right? So, and then you could also take you could take a sell up here at market opening or close to the market opening, right? Just because this is already the pre-market candle, and look at that. That's what's 100 minus 11? That's a 90, is that 91? 89 points of a difference. That's 89 points of a pump just for it to crash. Okay? So look at that. Wouldn't have been a safe bet. Sometimes, again, you just gotta take profit. Just gotta trail your stop loss and kind of let that do its deed. Let's see what happens next. Came down, look at this. Wow, would you look at that? Me personally, it seemed perfect to take a sell over here, but then she wicked it here and went back up. So, would you look at that, guys? That's how trading works. So fucking perfect, okay? So, sorry. Peace, love, and cheers. Hope this video helps you guys all to the best of your ability. This video is all about how to find reversals. This video is how to learn support and resistance. This video is actually understanding what wicks mean. I feel like I can give a million lessons of those, but honestly, it's not something that clicks so easily with people, and respectfully, I get it. I've been in that situation myself, and I still find myself in a situation from time to time. There's still some concepts that we all struggle with from time to time. So there's no shame. If you blew your account today, no shame. Just, if you didn't trade the way you wanted to, there's no shame. Don't be embarrassed, please. If you like me, have been trying to. I'm trying to really perfect my entries in a much different way, and I don't want to talk about it until I can actually do it and I actually nail it. It's been probably a year since, or not even a full year, but it's definitely been a lot of months, many months since I used to execute like so and so, and I'm like, you know what? For the sake of trading US 30, it's just the smartest way to go. Um, but I'm not there yet. That's just the hard truth. I'm actually finding myself very, very hesitant, and I kind of got on a small account to really force, you know, so and so to drill in my head, but instead trading a small account where I'm kind of so close to blowing it, I actually find myself nails to coffin, meaning I need to be trading a live small account is the hardest thing in the trading space because once one mistake and you're done, so you can't really try new things. So you see how I'm kind of putting a double-sided sword literally to my own head, to my neck, if you will. It's like I'm putting so much stress on myself just for the sake of wanting to grow as a trader, for wanting to learn how to be a better trader. So every day, regardless of how many years or a whole decade or for 5 decades that you've been trading, whatever, 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 you still always have something to learn, something new to master. And it really does get hard at the end of the day. It really does get harder, right? A lot of people think they get one payout and then they're fucking rich. That's just why I hate the trading space so much because there's kids. We don't need kids. And we first of all need to be extremely mature with Wi-Fi money. I think it's I think it's handing $1 million of an opportunity to somebody who's still basically wearing diapers or vaping, right? Vaping. How about vaping, right? So this is stupid. Um, I think cigarettes. I think it's a known fact. Cigarettes is one of the worst things to smoke. But honestly, I don't blame somebody who does cigarettes because they know exactly how stupid it is. But then to talk to a person who vapes, it's like, bro, I would have gave you more respect if you had done cigarettes rather than vaping. So people always want to weigh certain things when it's all so stupid to begin with, right? So to each their own, dude. I'm just so tired of people at the same time. I love helping people. And for those who want to come up and learn from me, great. You don't have to be my friend. Just learn, just do your deed. And, a lot of people like to kind of just wander off on their own. And to be honest, I kind of see it too. That they don't make it. They don't make it. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I see people trading so well, but at the end of the day, once they wander off, they kind of burn the bridge to me, and I'm not really that forgiving either. And then people are like, "Oh, I failed." Okay, well, why did you fail? You got a little cocky, didn't you? That's basically it's all what it's about. You got cocky. You left your old man. You left your old man RZ thinking you're too good. I never did that. I never left nobody. I never left nobody. I never treated nobody except for the way they treated me. So, peace, love, and cheers. Much love, y'all.